Hi everyone, I am Ankita. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about a very important topic yet extremely sensitive one. What I want to talk about is what you should do in a situation where you are undergoing some emotional turmoil in your life. You are undergoing a very heavy, complex emotional experience in your life that's probably very different from the normal regular emotional experiences that you have. This is like some really heavy duty, one of a kind, emotional traumatic experience that you are undergoing in your life. What you should do in such situations, and whom should you reach out to? Let's talk about first whom you should not reach out to for sure. So this consists of a group of people who are probably your outer circle, right? People who people who are probably your colleagues, some new friends that you have built while you are at the gym or one class or the other class, some extracurricular activity friends. And maybe people who are your spouse's friends, people who are, let's say, your neighbors in general, right? So these are the people who you should probably not reach out to. And the why you should not do that is because they don't really know you. You know what I mean? Because they've not spent as much time with you while you were growing up or otherwise also. So no matter what you tell them, and no matter how much you cry in front of them, because you are under such an emotional stress and emotional trauma, that your eyes will well up and you are going to cry. So if you go and cry in front of these people, and let's say if you ask for some help also, then what will happen is that they may feel manipulated. They may help you at that moment, but later on they will just feel manipulated. Why this happens is because, see, understand that your emotions are very pure. When you're crying from your heart, your emotions are very pure, your tears are very pure. And when you're sharing that intention with somebody who do not know you properly, who do not know you as much, then the this exchange is not very fruitful, because they will never be able to understand what those tears and what those emotions of yours mean. And in a situation when they do not understand what do they mean and what kind of a person you are, they may end up feeling that you manipulated them into doing something which was not your intention at all. Then the other thing is that, even if, let's say, they are nice people, and most of the people are nice people until and unless they have a solid reason to ignore you. Maybe they are busy with something, they are really not present there physically to help you, not even on the call maybe. So there could be some reasons when that person is not able to help you. But even if, let's say, if they are willing to help you, if they are nice ones, if they have taken out their precious time to listen to you and to listen to what you have to say to you, what you have to say to them. So even after that what happens is that there will be only an extent to which they can help you. They can probably sympathize with you, which again is not, I would say, an ideal outcome, because you do not want somebody to just sympathize with you, right? So in more or less in all of these situations, you should not reach out to these kind of people. This is what I call the outer circle. So these people through one social circle or the other, but they don't really know you as a person. They have not spent as much time with you. But let's say that you did end up saying something really emotional, and because you are vulnerable in that moment, right, you may end up saying something to someone. And if that happens, what I would suggest is, after you have realized that, okay, this is probably not what I intended it to be, and the other person may have misunderstood me, then you should just apologize over a phone call, text, maybe in person. and then just respect their boundaries, right? They may not get back to you, they may not revert to you, they may not accept your apology also, and they may create distance, which is by all means very fair, and it's okay. But from your end, you do not, since you do not have any control over their reaction, what you can do is, with your purest intention, just apologize to them and set them free. People are anyway not your source. Your source is God. So you have to reach out to God, and you have to ask God for help, right? But I understand that not every time there will be a situation where you can cry in front of God, and you are, because you are emotionally vulnerable, you probably need that comfort from somebody, someone who is a part of your inner circle. So whom should you reach out to, right? So you should know who are people that form your inner circle, right? And they that definitely includes your family, that includes your friends, with whom you have grown up, and your college friends, your school friends, people who with whom you have spent a significant amount of time in your life. Whether you were studying together, whether even office colleagues who are more than colleagues, who have probably stood the test of time, who have known you since a very long time, and you guys are close enough to discuss this, then maybe probably you should reach out to them. And third thing is that you may want to cry alone or go to a temple and cry in front of God, right? So what happens is that because the environment of temple is pure and serene, and there's a lot of positivity there, if you go and cry in front of God, because see, nobody in this world will ever be fully able to understand what you are feeling emotionally. You can understand, and God can understand, your creator can understand. So if you go to a temple and cry, you will, who knows, maybe someone will show up there, a complete stranger, to help you or to support you in whatever you need. See, because as we grow older, we face a lot of such situations where we are standing alone, and this journey of life is actually on, all on our own. No matter how much connected we are, there are still many things that are going on inside everybody, that they that nobody can really be able to grasp the gravity of the situation. So please cry out. And even if you can, if you want to cry out in while you are alone, please make sure that you do cry out. You should cry out. And notice that I'm saying should cry out, because crying is important. You will feel healthy after you have cried, because there's no there's no sense in holding on to all those emotions, heavy emotions. You should let them out. It's also a form of cleansing. So whatever emotional trauma, baggage, etc., you've been carrying on in your life, you should be able to release them. And after you have released them, then you will feel a little bit clearer, a little bit lighter, a little bit focused, right? All your positivity will return back to you. You will return back to life, because so much of emotional baggage that you have been holding on to, or that is suddenly some experiences happen in your life, and then you are like, okay, now what do I do? So you should have a mechanism in in such situations, how to deal with such situations. So you should definitely have your family with you. And like I said, your inner circle, very much needed. You should know who are the people with whom you have you can reach out to. And also, very important thing, if you have reached out to someone and they have not responded, so please do not take it personally. I know it is very easy and it looks like the very logical thing to do, but if you have to reach out, so reach out to them. Let them say no. It's okay. Let them say no. You reached out. See, reaching out and calling out is very important. Even when you're speaking with God, you should call out to God for help. Now, it doesn't mean that if you do not call out to God, God will not help you. However, we see when you call out, there is a particular connection that is established. There is a certain response that God gives you, and the responses usually come as form of some gut feeling, some intuition. So you concentrate more and more on going within and then figuring out what is this gut feeling, or intuition telling me, and ask God for help, right? And God is, remember, always remember that God is a co-pilot for you in such heart wrenching situations. You are not alone. Even when you are alone, you are never alone. God's presence is always there. So do not shy away from reaching out and calling out to people for support. Let them say no. And I'm saying this, let them say no. Out of maybe five people you have reached out to, maybe, three people will say no, or will say they are not available at that time, right? And it is okay. You should not take that personally. Rather, you should either connect with a support group. This is also very important. People do not invest in them as much. The now to, in today's in today's times, it's very important. And in today's time, there's someone or the other who is offering such support services, professional services. So go, if nothing else work out, please go to some professional and and discuss your issue with them. Please do not refrain from doing that at all, but make sure that you reach out to people for help. Okay, you have to reach out to people for help, and make sure that you understand, or this distinction very clearly: who is the outer circle, who's your inner circle. And just reach out to people who you can trust, and in whose presence you can cry, right? So your tears and your emotions will be valued, and probably they will not hold any prejudice against you. People, most of the people will judge you most of the times. This is how life is. However, sometimes when you reach out to certain people in some vulnerable situations, the best thing is that they will not hold any prejudice against you, because they know you for who you are. They are your well wishers, right? So it's important. It's very, very, very important. I want to emphasize it and re emphasize it, because it is very important that you know who you can and you cannot reach out to. So do not expose yourself to this outer circle, and do not say anything that is not appropriate for that circle, right? Go to your inner circle, go to God, write down, do the journal, reach out to professionals. There is so much that you can do, and you should do that, right? And if you really feel like if there's nobody who you can reach out to in such tumultuous times, you can contact me also. So please make sure that you do reach out to people who you can. So that was all for today's video. I really hope this video added some value to you. And if it did, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.